US and Mexico. The other one was, I believe, not for those countries, so it didn't show the warning sign or what have you. 1944 Elite Master, which I believe is a sequel to the last arcade game I did. Now, I am playing this game blind because it is, after all, a shoot 'em up arcade, so it shouldn't take that long to complete, and it also has the arcade rules. So, I should be able to finish this in one go, despite me playing it blind. Now, I know I uploaded a video today, and this will be going up probably later tonight on Saturday, possibly early Sunday morning. I will be staying up all night and all Sunday morning and going to bed early for, let's say, the day, because I start a night shift on Sunday, which is realistically the Monday night shift, but it starts Sunday. It's a long commute, which I'm still not sure how to go to, so I'm very nervous about that. But alas, you know, money's money, and I'm not going to complain too much anyways about the work. Besides, it's not as if I'm hired full-time yet. This is like pretty much every other job I've ever had in this city, or pretty much every other job I've had since Peterborough. It's a temp position. So, you know, if I decide that I don't want to do the work, you can always just, you know, phone the agency and say it's not going to happen, or really don't feel like doing that. I'm not that kind of temp, you know? But I can if I want to, and if I feel like it. Considering the job is a very long ways away, like an hour, well, almost, if not over an hour and a half by bus, but only 15 minutes by car. I should say that if I decide to keep this job, I will be probably investing in a vehicle soon. And yeah. So if I invest in a vehicle, I will rather not let certain people in my life know about it, because then they'd be wanting me to come up and visit them on a not a continual basis, but a regular enough basis, which I really don't feel like doing all things considered. Besides, vehicles are pricey, and I have priorities other than a luxury item, which a car is for me. It might become a necessity if I decide to keep this job. I don't know. But I'd rather just have I'd rather just keep a vehicle or car or what have you as a luxury item and not have it a necessity in my life, you know? Especially when it comes to things like work. But, you know, insurance is expensive, gas is expensive, cars themselves are expensive. I really don't feel like having to continually have that much expense in my life for a vehicle. Unless I know for a fact that I'm going to be having this job for a while, and I can afford the luxury expenses of a vehicle. Yeah, cars are nice to have, vehicles are nice to have, but they're also a pain in the ass to have too. Because they're so expensive to keep and insure and maintain and just, you know, random maintenance, you know? Inevitably your cars or truck or van or whatever it is, your vehicle is going to break. So you're going to have to somehow, inevitably, take it to a mechanic, which I always hate. I hate mechanics. Not so much because I hate mechanics, but just simply because I hate having to spend the money for a mechanic. Especially considering the way cars are designed, it's, you know, it'd be great if I could just simply fix the vehicle myself. But considering just the absolute designs of vehicles in this modern day and age, I don't know why they do it this way, but you pretty much have to take it to a mechanic, you know? And have them do the work for you, even if it's just something as simple as replacing a pump or what have you. I'm probably not gonna be getting a vehicle anytime soon. Might get one if I decide to keep this job years, and if I feel like necessity, like I don't want to do the commute to Burlington, 1.5 hour bus ride. I'll use some portion of that walking distance too. Don't really feel like doing that, but the thing is, when I was hired there a long time because they pulled a past one on me, but when I was working at the automotive factories, it was about that like a commute. A good portion of that was just simply waiting for the bus. And because it's, you know, the overnight shift, it won't be that bad, you know? The bus just won't be packed. The major worry I have is it's not the city buses though, it's the, well, I don't know, because every time I check the route it's different during the, whatever part of the time of day it happens to be, but it looks like I'm going to be, at least need to be taking some sort of GO Transit, which isn't even a municipal transit. GO is pretty much, not like a Greyhound, but it's like a Greyhound Light, you know? So there's that. Now, my bus pass does accept GO, which is great, but the thing with GO is there's really no such thing as transfers, and it's by no means a flat rate. Yeah, it might actually be not that much more expensive than taking public transit, in the fact that I'm not. It's one of those things where you essentially tap on and off the bus, so you're not paying for the whole trip. So it may not be that expensive, all things considered, but you know. My concern is, I'm not going to know how much it costs until I at least look at my transit statement, for lack of a better term, and yeah. It's definitely going to be, I guarantee you it's going to be cheaper than if I were to actually use a car. But it's just due to a major inconvenience, and I'm going to be deciding if it's a major inconvenience. Pretty much my first day. If I decide to keep this job as a commute inconvenience, I'm going to be saving up for a vehicle. Because I really don't feel like moving to Burlington just to get closer to this job, especially considering everything here is walking distance to where I need. The only thing that's not walking distance to me is a liquor store, which is not a big deal to me. Every other place I live in this city has a liquor store nearby me. I honestly don't drink that much, and that's just a nice luxury to have, but a luxury I rarely ever use. It'd be nice if there were a gym near me, but I don't. The gym nearest to me is a gym I went to before, and it's a rip-off gym that I don't feel like going back to because I was there before, and it's one of these, it's not exactly a pleasant gym to work out at, you know? I'm actually thinking of getting a membership at one of the cheaper Fit for Less Good Life locations and just commuting there and working out if I feel it necessary, which I do. I'd like to get into some better shapes than I'm at now, so I'm at least... Like, I'm honestly not fat anymore, you know? I'm not morbidly obese like I was when I was... Before I started trying to get into some sort of shape other than pumpkin. But I'd like to at least get into some sort of healthier shape. Like, I'm honestly not that far off from my ideal BMI weight. I'm around between 180 to 185. And according to my, not just the Mr. Story Junkie head at the gym that I had when I was in Guelph, but the, not dietitian, but the fitness counselor, I guess, at the diabetes clinic said 180 was my ideal weight as well. So I'm not that far away from my ideal BMI. But the thing is, there's your ideal BMI, and then there's how much of your weight is muscle versus how much of your weight is flab. I know I don't have that much muscle mass. In fact, I've probably lost muscle mass since moving to Hamilton. Because I've been too busy to go to the gym as frequently as I was in Guelph. But I want to. I miss the gym. I really do. So I'd like to get some sort of schedule and routine going, you know? I really will. Even if it's just do it on my... go on my days off sort of thing and have some sort of, like... get some dumbbells for home, because I have been kind of doing some sort of routine at home, but it's not enough, you know? It's not enough. The progress is, like, you know, progress is slow when you're working out at home and you don't even have any sort of equipment, not even a dumbbell, let alone something like treadmill or elliptical or a weightlifting machine or what have you. Progress is going to be slow to begin with, I admit that, but I'd like to at least have steady progress instead of just progress where it's improving, but it's essentially maintaining the status quo, which I can't help but feel is the what I'm doing now, all things considered. I don't feel like posting the progress, so I hated doing that. I did that just only just simply to keep my friends out of my hair. It wasn't even... because I so rarely post on Facebook and what have you, and I rarely check my phone messages to begin with, I've had people think I was dead. I legitimately called the police to check up on me, and it was a major pain in the ass, so I kind of made a deal with them that I was supposed to pick up myself a day on Instagram to shut him up. And that was why I was kind of posting the progress pictures on that social media. And I hated doing it. I felt like a shallow prick doing it. And the thing is, because I haven't posted, I don't even remember my last Instagram post. They don't seem to be bothering me about it anymore, where before I literally missed one day and they'd pretty much insta text message or even phone me, "Are you alive?" "Yeah." "Go away." But they haven't been doing that lately, and they haven't been posting lately, so I don't feel the necessity to do it to keep my friends out of my hair. I don't like posting photos of myself, even if they are flattering, because I feel sometimes attention for a shallow thing for me to do, you know? It might be a self-esteem issue, though it's really not. Because I don't want people knowing, if people don't already know what I currently look like, they don't need to. If you don't want to know what I look like, they can come and visit me. So that might also be an issue, considering I really don't like people visiting me. In fact, I don't want any of my friends and family visiting me at my new location. I like my solitude, I really do, you know? It's one of the main reasons why I have refused to date anybody rule now. You know? I value peace, I value solitude, above all else, I value privacy. And the girlfriend may honestly not intrude my peace. But my solitude and my privacy above all, like, I admit it's unfair. It's just basically unfair to me, for me to date anyone, considering my demand for privacy. Like, you have to know a lot about you. You probably have to know a lot about them. I don't want to. There are things which it's not embarrassing. It's just really not. Nobody's concerned about my life, which I really don't feel is anybody's business. Like, you ever hear those people who I wish somebody will understand me? I don't want anybody understanding me. I really don't. Like, I'll get these people who will try and get close to me just simply to try and understand me, and I'm just telling. Like, it's pretty much always the same thing. You underestimate my determination. No, you underestimate mine. I don't want you understanding me. There are people you can talk to who think they know. Most of them don't. There are people you can talk to who may know a little bit. But even they don't truly understand me. They never will. No matter what they think. I'm never going to let them. I don't want people's sympathy. I don't want people to understand me. You can either accept me for who I am right now, or they can simply piss off out of my life, you know? That's my attitude. It might seem like a bad attitude. Perhaps it is a bad attitude. But it's an attitude that works best for me. So I'm going to be sticking with it, you know? People, I am a need-to-know kind of person when it comes to a lot about my life, and frankly, the only person who needs to know is me. Anybody else don't really need to know. They might think they has a right, you know, like my mother, who is slowly becoming less intrusive, it's simply because I'm not allowing her to intrude upon my life. While not even she deserves to know, and she really has no right to know all things considered. Considering her attitude and fact that she has never taken any sort of... She has never apologized or taken any responsibility and will outright deny anything wrong she has done in the past. So I really don't feel like... Actually, it's not even a matter of I really don't feel like. It's a matter of I absolutely know. She has no right, and does not deserve to know anything when it comes to why I am the way I am, considering she won't even take responsibility for why I am the way I am. So, yeah. They don't need to know, and I'm not gonna tell them. And when you're dating someone, you're automatically gonna feel like you have some more sort of right to know. Like, how is that gonna work with me? How is that really gonna work with me? Like, have some sort of warning before we even exchange phone numbers, which I feel will be a necessity for anybody who even wants to become a close friend. Like, there are things you are never going to know, and there are things you are never going to understand. You're gonna have to accept that about me. Like, I have boundaries that I will not tolerate anybody being on the border of, let alone stepping over. And if you do, here, well, what should I say? I will give people a fair warning if I like them. The problem is, I really don't like that many people, personally. I have people I know who consider me a friend, and then I have the people I know who I consider a friend, and the numbers definitely don't match up. There are many people who consider me a friend who I simply cannot stand. I just feel like keeping the peace, like, keep my mouth shut and tolerate them for the benefit of others. Then I have a few examples of people who really think me a friend, and I absolutely despise them. I just pretty much cut those people out of my life with no warning. You want an immediate example of that? I just moved. The people I were living with before, I absolutely despised. They were insufferable. One was a loudmouth drunk, the other was a loudmouth insufferable bitter hag. I hated them both. And because I simply wanted to avoid the drama, I tolerated them as best I could. And it's not that because I was tolerating them as best I could, it's not that I would consider them a friend, and I don't. I hated them both. I choose to pick my battles, and that wasn't a battle worth fighting, it was a battle worth avoiding, which is why I'm here now. No longer tolerating any of them in my, if I have their numbers blocked on my phone, I block them through social media, anything. Pretty much any message that they can use to intrude upon my life, even if it's just to say hello. I've taken measures so they can't do that. Saying this, because it no longer benefits me to keep my mouth shut, if they say, come across me in public, well, then I'm just going to be outright rude. Just outright rude and blunt and tell them explicitly how I feel about some. Just simply to avoid, just simply for them to know that I will not be tolerating that kind of intrusion ever again in the future. Everything I do essentially has a purpose, a reason behind it. Literally. Just about everything, no matter how small or minuscule it may seem. If I say do something which people will say is very offensive and I shouldn't have done that, well, let's just say that my offensive behavior, that was my intention. I will gladly offend someone to the point of being horrid if it's necessary. So long as it serves my purpose of them avoiding me and them having other people avoid me. You know? People I went to school with who I pretty much hated me and I hated them when I was growing up. I'm not going to tolerate them in my life at all. They try and become friendly with me, I'll let them know. For their benefit, despite them being highly offended, for my benefit, and for everybody else's benefit, because people talk. People talk. And if I can get it so that I offend one person from that little social group which I want no part of, then I will do it, because it will benefit me greatly, because then it will tell everybody else in that little social group how much of a horrid, insufferable prick I am. And those people will know to avoid me like a flight of plague. Frankly, I find that very beneficial. I think that's the best thing I can do. Failed. Oh, I guess I didn't destroy the ship, okay. But it says stage 11, so I guess I'm not starting the game over. But anyways, yeah, like, you know. It is perfectly okay to offend people. Perfectly okay to offend people. In fact, I wish people were more offensive and this political correct phrase was, because politically correct people offend me the most. Not just due to the fact that they're whining, like, you can't do this, you can't say that. It's through the fact that they feel entitled to comfort that they don't deserve. Okay, maybe everybody deserves not. Everybody deserves not to be offended, but the reality is you're gonna be offended no matter where you go. No matter what happens. You want a safe space? It's called your house, your home, your apartment, your bedroom. Once you step outside those boundaries, all bets are off. So don't expect people to cater to you simply because you find it offensive. You know? There isn't a day that goes by where I step outside the house, and I don't even have to step outside the house. Someone will offend me minorly, what have you, not enough for it to even be offended. It's enough to be a mild irritant. And that. But I don't feel like making a big fucking hissy fit over the fact that I find it that offensive. Keep your mouth shut, keep the peace, pick your battles. Not every offense of yours is worth mentioning, you entitled prick. Yeah, because that's what they are, entitled pricks. And the inevitable truth is, these are people I used to like. For examples, it used to be today I'll talk to my liberal friends about my conservative ideals, for lack of a better term, and my conservative friends will call me a pansy or a liberal, or pretty much give me shit for anything regarding my liberal views. But here's the truth. I didn't feel endangered and threatened by these conservative people. Now, people who honestly know better are calling me Nazi and shit like that just simply because I disagree, or not even necessarily disagree, but have a criticism, a legitimate criticism of something. If they outright refuse to listen, I'll have a criticism for something that I honestly agree with. But because they just simply refuse to listen to any criticism, suddenly I'm a Nazi. Whereas my conservative friends, or my conservative people I know, they'll listen to my liberal views and peacefully, and sometimes, like they're not going to go from conservative to liberal, but in regards to this particular topic, like abortion and gay rights immediately comes to mind. But in regards to that similar topic, they might actually even change their mind, or at the very least their point of view on the topic, whereas before they wouldn't. So the simple truth of the matter is, even back when my liberal friends were the more peaceful bunch, they never ever changed their mind or their point of view in regards to conservative ideals. They just they called it debating, but it was really more arguing. Saying this, there is one example of a liberal friend of mine, that likes that in the past. But, well, let's just say that she's seen the light, and it sucks for her too. Because she is by no means a Nazi. Hell, she is by no means even conservative friendly overall. I don't even really think she has conservative views, to be honest with you, but it's simply due to the fact that she has similar, if not the same, legitimate criticisms that I have over liberal ideas and politics and viewpoints and what have you. She is being called a Nazi. And she's not, like... It's not even a matter of conservative versus liberal anymore. It's a matter of communist versus Nazi. I hate ghosts, to be honest with you. I hate Nazis, but I hate communists too. It's perfectly acceptable to hate fascism on both sides of the argument. Or on both sides of the fence. Fascism exists. on both sides of the bench. It's not just right wing. I hate fascism, and it's why I hate Antifa. Antifa's fascist. Antifa's not anti-fascist. Antifa's anti-right-wing fascism because they're left-wing fascism. Antifa are communists. They're not all communists, I admit, but you don't fight violence. Well, okay, you fight violence with more violence, but the problem is you don't end violence with violence. You don't end fascism necessarily with violence, especially in your own country. You're gonna have to listen. You're gonna have to talk. And the problem is, the left refused to listen, the right refused to listen, the left refused to listen to the right refused to listen to the left. The right, well, okay, not the far right, obviously, but people who are more on the right side will listen to me without listening to me to the left, and I don't really necessarily blame them for listening to the left, considering not what the left is doing right now. But even if you, no matter how much it may offend you, you have to listen to them. The people doing the fully offensive talk me will definitely not listen to what you say, but the people listening to the truly offensive people talk well, and that's the people you want to get to. If you're so far left or right that you refuse to listen to anybody, you're pretty much a lost cause. It's the people that's not far in either ways, it's that you gotta appeal to. You don't appeal to those people by calling everybody a Nazi just simply because they said something you don't agree with or they disagree with something. Even if it's an offensive word, sometimes ignorant people are just ignorant. They don't know what they said is actually that offensive. You have to look at the context, you know? And I'm not gonna be getting great into that particular topic because my attitude is if an offensive word is going to be said, they better say it. Don't get QC on me, because if you're gonna make me think a word that I don't want to think, you better share in my discomfort saying the word that I don't want to say. I don't feel like saying these words, so I'm gonna drop that topic about like offensive words to minorities and gay people and what have you. You have to understand the context. You have to understand them. You also have to understand the history. I live in Canada. I read To Kill a Mockingbird before I even had to read it in high school, but I read To Kill a Mockingbird in high school, and it contained language that is most definitely offensive to black people. I'm not going to say the word, but I'm not going to use the other phrase either. If I'm going to say it, I'm going to say it. But because it contains that offensive racial language, despite it not actually being offensive to black people, hell, during that time it wasn't even allowed in black libraries in places like this. It was considered a black man's. It was considered a black-friendly book when it was published. That's why it got banned so much. It's not really banned in Canada as far as I can tell anyways, but there are high schools. The immediate example I can think of is a high school in Brampton, which is honestly not that far away from me. A mother complained about the language used, not understanding the context. It was banned. I don't know if it was banned as required reading or outright banned from Brampton High Schools. But it was banned. Now, the simple truth is, most kids in high school don't even read or require reading. They honestly don't tell. Every high school course I took in high school was advanced, and there were people in those classes, students were pretty much illiterate in an advanced English class, so you know damn well they're not reading the book. But for those who are, To Kill a Mockingbird will be a great benefit to them to read in high school, because that's how great the book is, especially when you look at the historical context. Another offensive thing that is going to surprise people, considering not just my views on religion, the fact that I'm anti-theist is complaining. The books that I have published and I'm trying to sell, I actually think religion should be taught in public school. I honestly do. But here's the thing. I'm not talking about Christianity. I'm not talking about Islam. I'm not talking about Judaism. I'm talking about religion as a whole. All religions, Eastern religions, Western religions, ancient religions, religion, I honestly think will be really beneficial to high school students. Not just high school students, like just public school students in general. As a course, strictly from a historical and cultural perspective. I honestly, and this shocks people considering what they know about me, but I honestly think that it will be religion as a whole should be taught in public school. I also have a selfish reason for believing that, because say there's a couple of students, and I guarantee there's going to be students in these religious classrooms who are with religious parents, they're growing up religious. Well, let's just say that if they see the other religions and kind of are pointed out in a religious class, the ridiculousness and atrocities of whatever their religion they're following. It's not necessarily my intent. You can deconvert the religious in a public school religions class. I'm just saying, I can see that happening. Whereas if you don't teach religion in public school, they're just going to remain religious for their life as a whole. For the lack of a better term, tradition, they're religious because their parents were religious, whose grandparents were religious, whose great-grandparents were religious. They're religious because their family is religious. That's it. They're religious for the same reason kids believe in Santa Claus. They weren't told any better by somebody who knows any better. But the problem is that people who know better, they don't listen to. Say what you will about Santa Claus, when a kid realizes that Santa Claus doesn't exist. Yeah, that upsets him greatly. I'll give credit where credit is due. My family are upfront about me believing in Santa Claus, and that no, there's no way Santa Claus exists, so there's that. But I'm just saying that when a kid is told Santa doesn't exist, they know Santa don't exist because it's told to them by someone they know is an authority figure. Whereas when not just a kid but anyone is told that religion's fake and Jesus don't exist, or God, Allah, what have you, don't exist, They refuse to believe it because they don't recognize the authority. No, well, let's be honest, sometimes I really can't blame them. Like, I don't want I'm atheist, I know I'm anti-theist, but, even I have to admit that I am pretty disgusted with the culture of atheism at times. Considering just how crude and rude and eventually in your face they are. Now I know my book is that way, but the truth is I'm an introvert. Like, I'm not that way in reality, I'm just that way for the book. I can fake it, but that's all it is, a fake. And again, there's a right way and a wrong way to sort of deconvert the religion. You have to do it at the very least one step at a time. And accept that there are just certain people who are never going to truly not believe in God. Because that's how stubborn their dissidence is, but it doesn't mean that you can at least sort of lessen the blow. I'm going from, okay, let's take my parents for example. They're no longer Seventh-day Adventists. They don't go to church, but they're still religious for believing God. My mom goes to a worship service, so it's not a church, it's more of a really crappy Bible study. They're religious without following some sort of organized religion. And that, in and of itself, it's some sort of progress, whether you think it's progress enough or not. Baby steps. You gotta take it baby step at a time. You're not gonna get someone from, I'm 100% not just Christian, but I'm 100% this specific Christian relation to, I'm 100% atheist or even 100% agnostic. I'm agnostic, not pure atheist. Technically, I will argue that I am both. I cannot say for certain that there is no God. Anybody who says they can is just as arrogant as the people who claim there is a God. I'm just saying, the likelihood of a God, hell. I'd be more inclined to believe that there are invisible microscopic aliens living my nose producing mental, and that's why my snot is green. If for no other reason than for the fact that my snot is actually green. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and bye.